Welcome to Between the Mics podcast, where we will talk about anything and everything. Who knows? We might talk about sports games that we're watching, what's going on in our lives outside of podcasting and streaming, motivational things that we want to share, the live streaming that we're doing, the games that we're playing, and who knows, probably some tech. But all I know is that there will be lots of laughs and great stories told. Between the mics, you have myself, known as TheAwesomeDado online, or you can just call me Mike, and my co-host, known as FlintyTDog online, or you can call him AJ. We appreciate and are excited to have you here and joining us and listening to us as we take you through our chaotic mayhem of thoughts between the mics.
Welcome in, folks.
Oh no, not another episode where we do this.
I was gonna roll into it, then I got sidetracked. I don't know what the fuck happened. My brain went intro.
Couldn't be a Flinty Squirrel moment. There's no way.
What is playing in the background there?
Between the mics.
Oh, okay. It's like
He's so hardcore that he has to play Between the Mics in the background while recording Between
Breaking
the
the
Mics.
fourth wall.
Breaking the fourth wall.
breaking the fourth.
Oh, I don't know. Have anybody else seen the new
fifth
Deadpool?
wall.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Okay, we can talk about that. I've
never
finally
seen
seen
Deadpool.
it.
Oh.
I have not seen
never
it, but
seen
it's
so
okay to
bad.
talk about it because I am probably not going to see it.
But before we get started, has anybody else noticed our very special guest who is joining us from afar today?
Is it Gabs?
It's Senor.
Oh shit! I was like, what? What's happening?
He's like, wait, there's not
Where?
another
Where?
person in here.
Senor Gavin Elite.
I wasn't in the notes.
I didn't prepare questions. Shit.
Wait a second.
Quick, look through the script. Look through the script.
We found him. I guess that's what 120 degrees in Arizona does for you for a long time. It bakes you and you just disappear for a hot
Just
minute.
fucking disintegrate. It rained today. That's the whole thing. The rain put me back together.
It's got melted into the concrete.
Right. Cooled him off enough to be malleable again. Like, it's good.
What's up, dudes?
Hi,
So,
buddy.
where have you been, bud?
You know, a little here, a little there, a
Yeah.
little everywhere.
He was melted on the concrete, remember?
Yeah.
'Cause
Oh, that's right. That's right. He's just so sweet.
I know.
Oh,
That's
are you hitting on
Sweet
me?
make your teeth rot.
Are you hitting on me?
Just a
Live
little
on the
bit.
podcast?
It's the tequila.
That's so funny.
It's the 6-year-old Jose Cuervo Gold.
That's been sitting in the back of
Bro, in
fucking
the back of your
Brian's
freezer.
fucking freezer. Just chilling. Yeah.
Shit won't
Just the
die.
thought of that.
No kidding.
I don't even want to think about that. No, thank you. No.
Next topic. Next
Yeah,
next on the
moving
fucking
Flinty, segue us into something else.
So
Wait.
good whiskey, Redbreast.
It is. I agree with you. That is good whiskey.
Yeah, fortunately, but unfortunately, I miss it sometimes. But I'm a year sober. But if I would ever go back, it would be Redbreast. I don't know which. I mean, all of them are pretty good.
They are.
12-year cash rank.
Yeah, is that the one I got you for Christmas the one year?
Probably. If you asked
Like
me
The
and I told you
$300
something,
bottle?
no. It's not $300.
Flinty's like, listen, you don't remember the $300 bottle I bought you for Christmas? You motherfucker.
Bro, a bottle of Redbreast don't last
Damn.
long with me.
No, that stuff. I think I gave it to you. I think on Christmas Eve. I went on shift on Christmas. You texted me something. I don't know. Think you were half a bottle of that deep, and then the day, 2 days after, I got off shift, and then I came over, and you're like, "Yeah, it's gone already." Like, Jesus,
Jesus Christ.
Gone, man.
I didn't even get any.
It wasn't your gift, asshole.
It wasn't for you.
Well, that was like the hidden gesture underneath. Like, I got it. Like,
At least
I really
give
At
bought it
least-
for myself.
to remember that.
Just give me a little swig of it.
Keep a little shot, a couple shots on the out.
You know, I always find it funny. At that particular time, I was an employee of yours. So technically, your money buy your whiskey.
Yeah, at the time I would have spent it on that anyways.
Full circle.
It went full circle.
Well, that's the thing of being like a dad and a husband and shit. Like, you're buying your own shit. Like, I love my kids and I thank you for the thought. But Daddy already knew because he saw the fucking credit card receipt. Like, I already had to pay the bill. I already love you.
Good gesture, but like, why?
Right.
You could have saved me the money.
Right. Daddy wanted a PC, water cooled. Like, that's what he wanted. Like,
Socks. Lovely.
oh, yay. Would have bought those when I went grocery shopping anyways. Thanks.
Dado's an asshole? What? Question mark? No, just kidding.
Dado's secretly a dick? What?
Wow.
This friendly neighborhood Dados, ain't fucking bullshit. Huh?
Not so awesome, is he?
How the turns have tables.
Shit, we gotta delete this part of the episode. People can't know about my real side. Fuck.
So I thought he was in the comment section. I thought he was the nice one.
You're right. Everybody loved him, but not no more.
Caps is back. We can go.
Right. The one that we really liked is back.
Right. His soothing Mexican voice.
No, not on this one. I can't do all the processing that I usually do.
You sound like shit. No.
I had a comment. I'm going to keep it to myself.
Yes, please do, because this segment's brought to you by
Mint Mobile, apparently.
one of these people are going to actually reach out to us. We'll be like, sure, why not?
Sure.
Right? For,
Can't promise you it's going to be good advertising, but
what did you say it was a total of 69 views the other day?
69% off.
Yeah,
At SSDs.
69% off for your 69 viewers.
You have to be the 69th viewer, and you have to prove it to me. Let me roll this way real fast.
Bad thing is, if it's anybody from my department, you know who you fucking are. You sick fuck.
Right?
I'm gonna get a random text at work of just 6 space 9 from people that listen from work. I'm like, check. Got it.
No, somebody just from my department's gonna try it. Come here. I'm like, no, HR.
HR, back up.
Stranger danger.
I'm saying no.
And ow, my safe word's pineapple.
Pineapple. Dude, that guy went viral with that video.
Gone. But if you really are interested, adamandeve.com/beatdown.
Jesus Christ.
Bringing it back.
Right. Full circle. See, we are good advertisers. Anybody that's
Bring it back to
listening.
69.
Right.
They make flavored stuff for him and her.
And her, right?
It tastes
And it
good
could
either
be-
way, right?
It could be right for her pleasure. Who knows?
Oh, boy. Thanks for joining us all. That's all.
That's it. Bye-bye.
You know what my favorite part is? Like, you were talking about getting a random text from Merc about drinking. It's like having to break out like the decoder to read through somebody's drunken text. You're like,
yeah.
forwards, backwards, turn your phone this way, read it. It's like, what the fuck are they trying to say?
Oh yeah, we've had some pretty
Roman
good
Yeah.
conversations.
Lawn chairs
One
and
time I think you're like, my
bonfires.
cow's loose. And I'm like, you don't have a... Never mind.
Whoops.
Not that kind of cow, is it?
I don't think it was. It was probably the same one that I stood on top of his truck and kicked in the forehead.
He's such a ladies' man, everybody.
No, y'all did me dirty, all right? He's like, hey, like, we want you to meet somebody. We're going to go pick them up. They work with whatever. And, you know, this girl, out of the fucking gate, it's fucking bull riding 101. No, hell no. He had an emergency whistle in his glove box. I grabbed that shit, jumped on, like, climbed out the passenger window on top of his truck, and just screaming words I can't say on a podcast, and kicking her in the forehead because she was trying to persuade me of giving it that 8-second ride. I shit you not, I kicked that bitch in the forehead.
We do not condone domestic violence. This is not.
We worked together. It wasn't domestic.
This all,
That was definitely a wild animal, not a domestic animal, all right?
this all happened in Minecraft, folks. Don't worry.
This happened in Minecraft.
Woo! This was a GTA roleplay, folks. That's what he was talking about.
Yeah, 100%. You know?
Oh my god.
Golly.
That was bad.
No shit.
And you're just sitting there, you fucking asshole.
You're lucky it didn't fucking World Star you. World Star! World Star!
No, I was waiting for your ass to start the truck and move and just put my ass in the bed. That's what I was
Would have been
waiting for.
funny. I should have. You're absolutely right. I should have. Sit your ass down. Boom.
I think it was like the last day of construction, and we were in your truck, and I was sitting outside the window, like halfway out, and I smacked, I think, Big Head in the back of the head while we were driving by, and you gunned it, and I almost fucking clean out your truck. I was holding on to the oh shit bar, 1 foot still in the truck, and I'm like, fuck!
Hold on, bitch. Hold on.
You didn't stop until we got down to the stop sign.
Motherfucker kept it in.
I said,
He had these straight pipes on too, so you just heard it. And then you heard me screaming.
yeah, it sounded like a
this in the
middle school
Dodge?
girl.
No, yeah, probably. My life flashed before my eyes.
You're fine. Look at you. All grown up.
You made it.
Kind of.
Oh, yeah, kind of, right.
I still buy toys. It's fine.
They just got more expensive.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
I
No
mean,
shit.
Again,
Everything
sponsored by
has.
Adam and-
That inflation is...
everything's not super expensive.
When you have to stand on top of a truck and persuade ones that are adored by.
when no isn't quite enough. Adam and Eve.
No, that should be on a bear spray commercial. When no, it's not enough, and it's just bear spray. Because I needed that shit, or a fucking cattle prod.
Flinty's like, oh my, taser, taser, taser!
Hands, hands, hands!
Golly.
There's one on the loose. There's one on the loose.
Oh god. Call the zoo, call the zoo! The hippo's loose!
I'm gonna get fish and wildlife out here. Game warden.
Game warden shows up. Well, that's not in season, son.
Put it down! Put it down! This one's got rabies.
Foaming at the mouth.
Tranquilize it! I don't care! I'm scared!
You see Flinty up there. Like, you ever seen that Ninja Turtle movie where the monsters came alive and they're feeding them the donuts with the thing to, like, make them small again? Ooh, yum yums! Yum yums!
Oh god, that was...
That was a long time ago, folks. That was a long time ago.
What a
That
time.
was 17, 18 years ago.
That was a long time ago, folks.
And the memory's still fresh in his brain.
Dude, it was scary.
It was the ghost story. He's like, ooh, spooky.
Dude, speaking of ghost
Fucking
stories,
scary.
I got some shit for you.
Oh, boy. Let me grab my blankie.
Oh, yeah. Make sure you got enough lights on in that basement.
A flashlight, a throwing knife.
So, you know the friend from high school, that
unspeakable
we don't
one?
yeah, we don't talk about him. We were at his house playing paintball in the woods, like right behind his house,
Okay.
and obviously the screen name, Twitch name, all that stuff. TDog has been my nickname for 20 plus years, and it was like four. Yeah, it was four of us. Just when we were just playing around, and next thing you know, like I hear somebody like in my ear, like T-Dog, T-Dog, and it was weird, right?
Sure, yeah.
And nobody was around me. All right, people might think I'm fucking insane for this.
It's not this, I promise.
Oh, I know.
This is the one story that really
Yeah, this is
made all
This
this.
is a tame story.
right. So anyway, we all gather around because there was some like discrepancies on like who shot who or whatever. And
shot the sheriff.
so we were gonna switch up teams, and I kept on hearing it. And I'm like, "Hey, what do you want?" And they were like, "I didn't say your name." Like, they were bullshitting and fighting and arguing. And I'm like, "All right." And next thing you know, like, no shit, there was these fucking eyes from the wood line. Kind of similar to what we found out at your house, Merc. The one night that we heard that horrific scream. And the same, like, kind of like banshee scream. And yeah, it was there. So, that's a whole nother story. So we heard the rustling. Like, I mean, it sounded like my big ass just running through the thicket.
It's not rustling. That's something else. That's not rustling.
Yeah. It's just straight up power driving through the thicket. Like, it's just...
Hey,
Just straight up
crashing,
going.
crashing through the woods, baby.
Yeah.
It used our code at Adam and
Pile driving,
God,
thicket.
I'm pretty sure if it caught us, it would have.
Pile driving through the thicket. Yes, that's a phrase.
Yeah.
Okay, so eyes in the woods, rustling through the thicket.
And it, no joke, we could see this shadow figure just like straight up, like in the tree line, like where it opens.
Sure.
And like we all four, like I could call them to this day. They could tell you and verify the same story because we all saw the same shit. Now I'm a chunkier dude. I don't run that fast, but my big ass ran faster than all three of them because it was saying my name, and I might have tripped his younger brother. You just gotta be faster than the guy that you tripped. But you could call them to this day, and they'll verify all this. And this thing started chasing us back to the house. And now,
Oh, thank
if
you.
if you know who I'm talking about, this
bad.
family just has bad juju written all over them.
Yes, they do.
And if somehow you guys run across this podcast, long overdue. Anyway, we get to the house. We turn every fucking light on. Every fucking light on. And no joke, we see a freaking, like, reptilian tail go back by his family room.
Oh.
And it was like Dr. Doc Croc or whatever his name is for Spider-Man looking. About the size of it. And we're like, no, we're good. Like, we're nope. And then he started praying, and then it just pissed it off, right? And so, no joke, I swear on everything I stand for, the back door flung open. And at that point, I will admit it live on the podcast, I shit my pants. Because it's unspeakable. Like, I don't understand what happened, but
Sure.
That's no.
I don't know if
guilt,
you
that's a
guys know
demon.
about... Yeah, because, like, you know, like, the tall tale sign of, like, a demon or something evil around, it's the 3 knocks. And like, let me tell you, it was loud, and dude, it was on for probably about an hour. We are like, I don't know, 16. We're all huddled in the bathroom with like knives and thinking like we're gonna kill this thing.
No.
I slept in the bathtub that night.
You needed to
Another-
yourself.
You needed a shower. You need to keep the fucking water going.
Oh yeah, we took turns. Like we one showered and like the other. Hold on, no, calm down, calm down. Like they would be like guards at the door, because like the way their bathroom was, it was like a hidden shower, and then like you open the door and you go back to the shower. We took turns guarding the fucking main door to the bathroom.
Like your little
It scared the
knives.
shit. Yeah, with our knives. I don't know where the fuck.
You
Like,
think you're gonna fucking stop that thing? What the fuck?
Anything to make it feel better, I guess.
yeah, I mean, like, whenever I'm saying like little knives, I'm talking like pocket knives, like this. Like,
He's
Yeah,
gonna
he
play
ain't
the
doing
shake
nothing.
game. Quack, 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 quack.
but no joke. Like for like an hour, like you could hear it rustling around downstairs in the house. It was terrifying.
Sounds like it.
And then Merc here could. The other scariest part was like the sounds that we heard out at your house. It was like midnight.
Yeah. Yeah, that was... There's some crazy sounds out here in the middle of nowhere. Especially at night.
Oh,
Oh, my
yeah.
goodness, dude. Like the screams. There got to be some sort of cat, I hope. That's what I keep telling myself.
Skinwalkers.
That's what I really think it's
100%
skinwalkers.
skinwalkers.
Oh, dude. Like, yeah, some of the shit you see, like, like, I don't know. Like, we have a glass front door, right, to our house, and like at night, and we have like a light on into the front yard, and I'll like walk from my living room to my den, and I walk by the front door, and I like at the corner of your eye, you see like some fucking giant ass dog kind of like walking right in front of the door, and then you'd like within 3 seconds you're at the door to look and see what it is, and it's gone. But your mind starts playing tricks on you, like that was kind of like a dog, but not really, like fucking weird shaped kind of dog looking thing. And then later that night, you hear some of the fucking craziest ass screams you've ever fucking heard. And
There
you're
was
like,
one so
nope,
loud.
Nope, I don't want to be out
There was
there.
one so loud. We both met each other outside in his front yard,
Yeah,
locked and loaded, because like we honestly thought a woman was in the woods just getting eaten by a big cat or whatever animals out there. Like it was terrifying.
you know, there's some of the other shit too. Like we really don't have neighbors, and Flinty there has been staying in a camper at my house sometimes, and my mother-in-law has done the same thing, and both of y'all have said like 3 o'clock in the morning, somebody's like trying to break down your fucking door, and you're out. Oh, door's open. 2 seconds later, right? We're in the middle of nowhere. There's nowhere to go, but it's gone. There's nothing there. Something's
Like,
breaking
the
down
one-
your door, but just gone, like instant.
I've texted him like, "Hey man, like, are you trying to get in my place?
Nope.
Like the camper?" And he's like, "Dude, I'm like half asleep right now." And I'm like, "Okay, well, if you hear gunshots, it was me." And he's like, "All right." And then he's like, "I'm up now." And then like I could see like where the window was from the camper where I was staying at. You can see his flashlight, and all of a sudden, like I belligerently kicked the camper door open, and I'm just sitting there like ready to freaking pop whatever's in front of my door. Like you could hear it. Like I mean, Mikey, you got a family camp, right? Hey, you know that sound whenever it's locked and it's
Oh yeah, it's like a rattling. It's like
Yep.
Yep. And then now it was a fifth wheel, so like that whole thing shaking. And I'm like, oh, no.
Wait.
There's one way in and one way out of this motherfucker. And it was terrifying because like he's even like out on his front porch like looking and like making sure the cars are okay, making sure his kids are okay. And I'm like, all right, man, I'm kicking my door. And like as soon as I kick my door open, and nothing. And then like in the morning, my mother would be like, hey, like somebody tried to break into my trailer.
like what the fuck?
Woo.
Skinwalkers.
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 What?
Skinwalkers. It's honestly, it's gotten to the point where like I'll tell my kids like, if you go to let one of the dogs in, make sure I'll tell them like make sure that dog's not already inside, that kind of thing. Like you'll see weird looking dogs all the time. We see weird looking dogs. Like I don't even know how to explain it. The weird looking dog thing. But I see it like not even just in my yard, but just driving down the roads. It's always at night. It's almost always at night. And you just see like, you're like, was that a Great Dane? Like that has mange? What the fuck is that?
I was gonna say, is he just like stray dogs roaming the?
Probably
I don't want to
is.
call it the wetlands, the lowland.
It's the right-minded side of me wants to say it's just a trick of the eyes. You know, the light hit something weird. It's not what it is. You know, I don't know.
There's been plenty of times I've been responding to a call emergent, and like I've had to hit the brakes a couple of times, and I'm like, I swore I just took out some type of animal.
Yeah.
Not there.
Nope, not there. No damage to the truck, nothing. Sorry, Chief, but not sorry because I mean it's nothing happened, but like I was cruising down, and next thing you know, it's like, oh shit, and you hit the brake real quick. And nothing there. It seems like something is crossing the road.
You want to hear?
And
sorry, go ahead.
the wise tales of what we're talking about are very prominent in this area.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit here about that. You ever heard of the This is like everywhere. You ever heard of the like the black dog thing? If you've seen the black dog, you know, you ever heard that question?
No, I'm not.
I don't know exactly what it means. It's not something you can. But it's usually guys, and it's like if you've seen the black dog, it means that you're going too hard in life or something like that. It's a bad sign. It's like you're about to crash out kind of thing.
I've never
I don't know why it just
heard
made me
that.
think of that.
I don't know. That's crazy though. It's like I wonder if it's like because like you know New Orleans has this folklore about it too, and the bayou out around it and the things that happen out there. I just wonder if, you know, there's, you guys talk about folklore. Is there's tales of the area that lead you to believe that there's paranormal out and about?
Yeah, even the normal, like the myself, and a lot of people I know. There's like this. I don't even know what you'd call it. Like not a cryptid, but a lot of people think there's panthers around here, like giant black cats, like a jaguar or something, like a melanistic jaguar, like a real deal panther. And there are stories dating back hundreds of years of freaking panthers being here. And you ask, you know, DNR is posted on their website, like, there are no panthers here. There aren't any panthers. We've never seen one on a trail cam, never seen one anywhere. But it's gone as far as they fucking named the football team here, the Carolina Panthers. There's something to it. Yeah, I'm sure.
To me, it sounds like it's Sasquatch trying to break into your shit.
Well, there is the swamp man.
Sasquatch is fast
I
as
got
fucking
told that a
prison.
bunch as a kid.
What, the orangutans?
No, it's just like a southeast fucking Bigfoot, I guess they call him swamp man.
Oh,
Oh yeah, I know about Swamp Man, but have you heard about Monkey Island?
Yes. Oh, I got two stories about that actually. So I like remember I
not
grew up
trying
there.
to give out to where we're located or anything, but like
I mean, no, they travel though. Obviously, because at the time I wasn't that close. But for some reason, where I grew up, in this area, it was kind of like on a hill. You can't tell it's a hill. There's just trees everywhere here, like a hill in the low country. It's like a fucking
wannabe hill.
yeah, wannabe hill.
Yeah.
Anyways, so there's this place here that is not kind of far away from us actually, called Monkey Island, where there's a monkey testing facility, and they used to escape a lot more than they do now. I don't hear too much of them escaping anymore, but when I was a kid, they used to escape a good bit. And twice, on 2 occasions, I have no idea why, our area, our little spot, seemed to attract these freaking monkeys that were escaping off the freaking island. And yeah, the first time, my grandfather shot it and was holding it when a bunch of guys in hazmat suits showed up and were like, You touched that thing? Do you know where this thing came from? You're like, wait, what? No, it's a freaking monkey. It's in the southeast. Like, that's crazy. Look at this thing. And they're like, I'm not touching that. We test diseases on this thing. Not fucking
It's like
tell him what he had.
Planet of the Apes shit.
Yeah.
You know, there's a whole nother facility just like that, like 45 minutes north of where we're
I
at.
do. I think they closed that one. I think only the islands are still open.
No. Yeah, that thing is guarded now. One way in, one way out.
Well, like, yeah, I think goats are good at escaping. I can only imagine how good monkeys are escaping.
Do you remember the one storm we had? And next thing you know, you're sending me pictures of 3 giant pigs.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pushed them up from Florida or something? Or
No, these are like actual like slaughtered pigs.
I'm
pigs.
thinking like hogs.
Farm
Like,
Pigs. Yeah.
3 farm pigs. Now, again, I don't have neighbors. I'm in the middle of fucking nowhere. There is hundreds and hundreds of yards, like thousands of yards, in any direction before you see there's another house. And that's only like thousands of yards in one direction. And you go the other direction, and it's miles, and just woods. And none of my neighbors anywhere near me that I know of has pigs like this. Like these are like almost too big to be slaughtered, like 200 plus pounds. And we had a big thunderstorm, and we wake up the next morning, and these 3 giant pigs, all over 200 pounds, are in my chicken coop. Inside the chicken coop. The chicken coop is still intact, but the crazy part is the way I designed the chicken coop to try to keep the chickens in, the door just opens up enough for like a human to slip in. You know, like you have to kind of slide yourself in.
And it was only an 8x9 chicken coop.
No, it's 8x8. And it's 8x8.
Yeah, it's an 8x8. Yeah,
It's 8x8, and then you still got the roosting spots, so it's even tighter than that. Yeah, they're like these 3 giant pigs like stacked on top of each other. It's big. I'm like, the door doesn't even open up that much. How the fuck did you get in here? And where the hell did you come from?
and the chickens were pissed.
Oh yeah, oh, God, yeah. I think one got
Back
crushed.
the fuck out.
Give me some space. Yeah. Yeah, they're like hanging from the wire at the top, like trying to get away from
But
us.
that's like, I would count that as like the paranormal stuff or just random stuff that happens. Like, I mean,
Yeah, again,
just random pigs.
there was no pigs around me, and there's no way these pigs got in. I had to cut the coop open to get them out. Like, there's no
Yeah.
way they got in. Like, I don't know.
Maybe
how
you
that
have
happened.
giants.
Something like
Maybe
that.
Swamp giants.
Just gifting me
Swamp
pigs
man.
so I don't kill them in the middle of the night.
Right?
It's like, we know what you do on the weekends.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, not
But
crazy
it's
ass
been
human
weird.
in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
We've been watching you.
Yeah, and I don't do
We've
the,
seen your Adam and Eve packages.
No, I don't do the
Wait a
paranormal
second. That's
thing.
my
I don't-
sister. Oh, God.
You're welcome. There's a ghost story for you.
Spooky.
That's what she sounds like. Ooh. Ooh.
All right. So, anybody else have like weird stories? See, I got a few of them, but like
I got a handful more.
Send it.
Somebody else got one?
I
This
told
Send 'em.
one.
I've got
I
nothing.
told you ain't got nothing.
nothing,
Dado?
nothing, Dado?
No, I'm a word that is not prescribed for YouTube that doesn't go out when it's dark. So please continue.
No, this is for educational purposes. He is a vagina whenever it comes to scary things.
Yes, a large inflamed one.
A large and
Educational purposes.
Fair enough.
Covered that basis, so I can still call you a puss.
This episode is brought to you by Northern New Hampshire University.
But I think last podcast I talked about like the black figure just standing in the living room.
Mhm.
Now, I've been a firefighter going collectively for 8 years. And every fire I've ever been in, or anything that's happened after 10 o'clock at night, this creature was there up until I uprooted and moved down here.
Sure.
And to this day, I think this thing has only showed up, and I think Merc and I talked like a month and a half ago about this weird dream that happened with I don't know, it was weird, but he described the same thing, and I was like, that's fucked. That is fucked. Because it's the same thing, just kind of chilling in the corner of this the dream, and it's like it was literally the same. I guess entity of whenever I was a child.
Do you remember that, Dave?
Yeah.
I feel bad for you. I'm thinking of my happy place. When you think you're talking about entities hanging out in your dreams, I'm like, okay, happy.
Talk about-
Like, what the fuck,
nah,
man?
I still have the text conversation from you that one night.
From me?
Yeah. Remember when we finished up the podcast at like 2:00 in the morning, and I asked if your kids were asleep,
Yeah.
and I seen something behind you, and then
Motherfucker, shut up.
and you walked upstairs, and your Google Home was different.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shut up. I have to go up those stairs here shortly.
Better walk quick.
You better walk quick.
No, I'm sleeping on
Right
this
on
fucking
toes.
couch right here. That's what's gonna happen.
Motherfucker, you don't think it can't come down the stairs and get you if it wants to get you?
But no joke, like that night, like it was weird. It was like came from your right shoulder, went over to the fireplace.
God damn it! I'm looking in my background now.
Ever since we started talking about it, I just been keeping an eye on my door.
Making sure that shit don't slam shut.
Smack you in the back of the head, fucking 5-star you. Look, here I am, bitch! Like, whack!
Yeah, so if I don't know if anybody realized it, we were kind of doing like the after, show report, kind of just bullshitting after the podcast. And we're kind of sitting just kind of how we're doing now. And I was just staring, talking to him, and next thing you know, no joke, I seen a shadow figure go from right behind him over to the TV. And I was like, hey man, like, are you sure your kids are asleep? And like, I was dead serious too.
What's the matter?
He's like,
What is that behind him right now?
Fuck you, Mark. Fuck you,
I
Mark.
I do think that sheet moved.
Fuck
Is
off.
got a fan?
is that a
You got a fan in here?
chupacabra back there?
Got a fan in there, bro?
It's my trapped. Never mind.
Yeah, be careful.
Careful what you say.
She says she loves me, but I think I'm.
But I mean, if anybody's listening, I mean, share your stories in the comments. I mean, let us know
Please.
you're listening, or you could tell us that we're fucking insane. I mean,
Absolutely.
That's
what
also
my
fine.
therapist tells me. Yep, that's fine.
I actually remember that dream
You
you
are
just
insane.
that dream you just mentioned too. I actually remember that pretty vividly still.
yeah,
That was like earlier this year.
yeah, it was random because like normally like we kind of try to check in with each other either once or every 2 days or so. I mean, we're family, and I try to keep up with everybody, and he knows I've been busy as shit. Like I think this is like the first day I've actually had like off in like week, 2 weeks, and so we tried to check in, but it was random because like he called me, and I was sitting there, I was still trying to like recover from the dream, and he's like, man, I could feel like I don't know if anybody can feel it, like whenever something bad's gonna happen, that feeling in your chest, like that weight on your shoulders. I woke up that way, and I was trying to shake it off because it was just a terrible dream. People just being ugly to each other. It's terrible. And then he's like, hey man, like, this is kind of what happened, and it's kind of weird. Like, even your sister had the same dream. And I was like, dude, no, I'm not fucking done. And I hung up, and then I called him back, and I was like, so listen to this shit. And I told him exactly the same thing. And I was like, without getting too much into detail with it, but like, it was very very odd.
Whoever your demon friend is, keep them to yourself. I don't need any more
Sharing is
friends.
caring. He's coming your way.
Fuck off.
Yeah, I'm actually. I'll even say what happened in my dream on that day.
Good.
It was pretty short actually, and but really vivid, and but basically, like you said, it was this shadow like creature. I don't know if you ever really look at it. Even when you look at it, it doesn't really kind of come off as anything, like no fine detail or anything like that. Mostly just dark and just easily just gonna kill you kind of feeling to it. And anyways, the dream starts off, and me and my wife are actually running from it in this nondescript building. We get through a door. I turn around and I close the door. I can put my back up against it to hold the door shut. And she's looking for something to jam the door shut. There's nothing in the room. There's no lock to the door. Nothing like that. The creature's like, my back's to the door, and the creature's slowly breaking the door down and everything like that. And there's a moment where I realize, like, okay, I have to step away from this door. It's coming in. There's nothing I can do about it, and I have to address it. I have to step away from the door, turn around, and present myself to it and address the problem. And it's this, overwhelming thing trying to come in. And when I step away from the door, I turn around, door opens, and a dream. Scene cut. Bam. Wake up in a panic. I'm like, shit.
You dripping sweat.
Yeah.
Gotta change the sheets.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
my wife had not the same exact dream, but the same type of entity in her dream. Same thing, kind of chasing around and stuff like that. And, it's a weird thing. What's that?
Who did you off in a past life, Flinty, that has now traveled through the ether to ruin yours and everybody else's life around you?
Who did you piss off that much?
I
man?
really don't know, honestly. It's been a thing like ever since I was like 6. Ever since like we kind of like I went to go live with my dad instead of my biological mom, and ever since then it was like just from there.
That's insane.
I feel like
Because like the same night that happened, mine was I couldn't save somebody from a fire. Like every time I'd get them to somewhat safety, and next you know it was gory. Like I mean, leg would come off, and it just like the further and further, and like the more people I tried to get to the door, it would be like Terrifier scene. I don't know if anybody's seen the movie Terrifier. It'd be like scenes like that. And it's it slaughterhouse. Let's just put it that way.
Wow.
It got worse and worse, and like I could get to safety. I could do anything in the world to keep myself safe, but I couldn't keep others safe.
It sounds like a metaphor.
it is. It's
Like-
it's a demon that really likes to show you something.
Yeah. Like, what the fuck?
Something
I think
deep
it's
in
a
you too.
humbling demon.
It'll take
Yeah,
something
right.
deep in you and just throw it at you. Like,
It's like your deepest
Face
fear,
it.
almost.
Yeah.
Like,
It's like your fears or like insecurities of some sort.
something like that.
yeah.
Well, that's what I mean, if people do a lot of research on that type of stuff, those things kind of attack those things, like your deepest, darkest fear. Just so like, Merc here is a very big family man. He'll do anything and everything for his family. So guess what? He tried to keep his family safe,
Right. It exploits your biggest fear, your deepest fear.
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
mine is
like-
not being able to do my job.
Yeah, to save somebody, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Fuck.
That's yeah. I think that is like something deep seated, like archetype fear that I have is that there's something coming. You don't exactly know what it is. It's nondescript. You know it's gonna fuck you up, and there's nothing you can do about it. You have to turn around and address it. You have no other option. You can't get ran over by it. You have to turn around and you have to face it. You know, it's chasing you, and yeah, something like that. But it's funny.
I'm
It's
gonna have
like
to-
I usually have this opposite effect with demons and stuff like that. They tend to kind of flee from me, for the most part. And I tend to have that effect on other people too. Like when Flinty came into my life, I don't know if you can attest to that a little bit, but I usually I don't know if it's weird to say, but I tend to make those things run away.
Yeah, I mean, things have gotten a lot better since I've been around him. I mean, I've known you for, 15 years. This is probably the most put together my life has actually been, if you could not say that. You could openly say it.
I would agree.
Yeah.
I would completely agree. And I'm racking my brain here going, what's my biggest fear? So I can write it in my diary tonight so I don't have to fucking dream about it.
Don't think about it because you're going to see it.
It's
Fucking
it's
freaking out now.
He's going to come visit you.
Oh,
Dude, it was
joy.
terrifying. Because you could ask him the feeling whenever you got up, that panic. It's unsettling whenever you actually wake up and that just the amount, like, you're carrying a shit ton of sand on your shoulders.
It's like
Sure.
It's like something bad has happened today. Something bad has happened. I just haven't heard about it yet. That was like that feeling waking up. It's like something's terrible is wrong today, and it just hasn't hit me yet. You know?
Yeah, the only ghost story that I have is nowhere near that. So we're going to lighten the mood a little bit. I was trick-or-treating once, and... No, I'm kidding.
You got a Casper story? The friendly ghost?
Yeah, right. Casper the Friendly Ghost came and saw me. We had a musical. It turned into a 3-series movie. It was great. No, I was in my grandparents' house, and it is right on the lake here in Ohio, so right on Lake Erie. And there was my grandfather was a Fulbright scholar. So he taught in England. He met the Queen of England. He taught chemistry at one of the most noble schools in England, right? So they came back with these oil brush bronze paintings of the guards at the castle. And they used to be they would hang on behind his bar in the basement, and then he took them down because all the grandkids would come over and fuck with them, right? And they're super rare and expensive, and so he moved them and put them in the back room of their basement where like their washer and dryer would be or whatever. And I swear on everything that is holy, I don't know if my grandfather was fucking with me or not, but they would move from one side of the basement to the other. Like you'd go in the back room, they'd be on the left wall, right? You come down, like 2 hours later, they'd be like in the middle. And then you'd come back and they'd be back on the left side. And like we went to the grocery store, like my grandfather's with me. And I'm like, what the fuck? So me and my friend, we went on a ghost hunting adventure. So being teachers, my grandparents, they had, old school chalk and erasers. Me being smart, I took chalk and I scribbled it into the eraser as much as I could. And then we were like using it as like powder to like fill the air to like try to find the unseeable. Let me tell you what, I ran up those stairs like a little bitch because I swear we're clapping when we're clapping the erasers together, and right above the painting, all I could see was like the perfect outline. It's like almost like the Scooby-Doo outline of like a knight from the Round Table, like the face shield and all that. I was like, fuck you, I'm done. You brought haunted shit from England. I'm out this bitch.
To America, no less.
Dude, don't get me started about my grandparents' house. I think they had some Ouija board stuff going on in there.
Well, my parents, when I told them that story, they're like, well, your uncle, and my dad and my mom both told me this. They said, your uncle he played football, a big jacked guy, right? And he was working out in the basement. And back then, because they're old, it was turned dial radio. So he was listening to, let's say, the rock station as he was working out. And they're just down there bullshitting with him and all that. And the radio would just turn to like old school music. It was always like oldies. It would always go back. And I'm like, Then you go upstairs and like, because it was a Cape Cod, so they had the bedrooms in the attic. Same shit. You put something down and it'd fucking move. I'm like, I am done with this fucking place. I can't go to grandma's no more.
Yeah, every time, because I lived with my biological mom at the time, and whenever I was younger, I mean, it's very, I hate to sound sappy and, on the podcast, but very toxic childhood.
Sure.
And so my grandparents was like the safe house, like, per se.
Sure. Yeah, makes sense.
My grandfather's room, because they're old school. They slept in separate beds, but they
wow.
were still married. They were married for like 40 fucking years.
Mm-hmm.
But grandma had her room. Never went in grandma's room. Don't go in grandma's room. I'm pretty to this day. I love you, grandma, but I'm pretty sure you're a witch, because the shit that I experienced in that house. No, hell no, nope. Because like the pianos, like the old school pianos,
Mm-hmm.
where you could actually like hit like a button and it'd be like polka music, but it's like a big enough piano.
Yep.
And it's got a whole bunch of buttons on it. Unplugged for years. Like, I mean, I remember growing up, I used to try to play on it, and the only thing that would work would be because you don't want your grandkids playing polka music and just pressing random shit. They'd unplug it. Yeah, like, I mean, but you'd be able to still play the freaking actual piano part. Polka music ends up playing off this motherfucker.
Unplugged.
Unplugged.
Mm-mm.
Nope. And me and my cousin Eric, we would play, and we'd run up and down the hall, just playing tag, going into the living room. They had a big wraparound kitchen, into the living room and the dining room. Like, we'd just be going everywhere. Those steps that they have at their house, they go down one flight, kind of like an opening to the front door, and then down to the basement.
Mm-hmm.
I never, up until the day my uncle sold the house, I never went into the basement.
Mm-mm.
Nope.
Yeah, I'd see why. Fucking random ass polka music being played.
Oh no, it gets weirder. So after me and Eric are playing and everything like that, we had our other cousins Zach and Cody over. No pun intended to whatever TV show that was from Disney. I can't remember.
Sweet Life of Zach.
Yeah, there we go.
Sweet Life on Deck.
Yeah, there you go. But we would all be playing, and I think it was Eric's birthday. And my grandfather, old school, go outside, pick your switch, type of deal, or you're gonna deal with a belt if you were bad.
Uh-huh.
So we were playing, and I'm standing next to the steps. Now I know, 6, 7 years old, you clumsy kid sometimes. I can tell you now, it was not my cousin that pushed me. I don't know what pushed me. It was like, probably sometime after dinner, I would say. So like 6, 7, probably.
Sure.
And we're starting to wind down and everything like that. And Eric is in the kitchen. And I remember this today because I looked at him, and he stuck his tongue out, little kid shit. He stuck his tongue out at me, and I did it back to him. And next thing you know, like, I felt 2 grown-ass man hands just straight up shove me down the steps. I didn't hit the steps. I didn't roll down the steps. I went from steps 20 steps down to the landing.
Poof.
And oh man, like that house was creepy as shit. Like, you don't go down to the basement because it's definitely like probably what you'll feel whenever you go upstairs tonight. Something trying to grab your ankle.
You're
You're such a good friend. I love you.
Yeah, I love you too. But it's like that shit constantly. But like, my biological mom got pushed down them steps. My grandma's been pushed down them steps. My grandfather, anytime he went near those steps, he would walk closer to the kitchen. And he would always like, oh, that's just my knee,
Yeah, stubble over here. Like,
Yeah.
fuck that.
I don't know what that was, but it was a very angry entity or whatever it was. It was not happy we were in that house.
Just don't address him.
Nope, I ignored it up until my biological mom, my grandparents both passed away. I watched my grandma pass away in that house at a very young age. And from that day on, whenever she passed away at the top of them steps, she went into cardiac arrest.
Fuck that house. It needs burnt.
Yeah. So, like...
Get the bulldozer.
Oh, dude, like, to this day, like, and whenever I used to live there, I'd go, like, drive by house is vacant, still up for sale, and then somebody would move in. No joke, as long as I lived there in Pennsylvania, that house was up for sale within 6 months. Like, it was never actually on the market long. Like, I mean, it was on the market for a very long time.
No, thank you. I you used to watch those TV shows, and I'm always like, just move out of the house. Fuck that house. I'll go sleep in my car. I'm dead serious. Something happens here, y'all on your own. I'm in the truck. I'm at the camper. If you need me, call me. Phone number is.
I got
blah blah blah.
I got 2 more stories I could tell off the top of my head. One is a ghost story, and this like Stephen King fucking level story that has 3 other witnesses too. That I'm gonna have to send this podcast to because he's gonna lose it. It's my little brother. And then the second one is more of like a cryptid story that I think Flinty can back. I can't remember if you were there or not, but it was on my property. Which one do y'all want to hear? Cryptid or ghost?
Ghost.
Ghost?
Yes.
Yeah, all right,
Ghost.
ghost.
Yeah, I mean, it's Halloween, man.
Halloween. It's the season.
Hold on.
Scare the shit out of Mike.
Yeah,
This
do
one,
it.
this one will
Here,
get you too.
Let's. Ooh, spooky.
Don't scare yourself now.
Remember that shadow you were talking about?
Something
is
that I
back.
keep telling you. It's like dark back there. It might be playing tricks on me, but I might want to check.
Maybe.
I'm not
but
kidding. What is off to the your left shoulder?
Yeah.
Is that your steps?
Nah, it really is.
This
fucking
over
weird.
here?
Whatever
Yeah,
was
like-
on the fucking
A little bit more.
the white sheet back there is
Little
no
bit.
longer that white. Like it's falling off type shit.
Yeah, it is actually falling. Like, that moved. Like, I'm not fucking with you. Like, that thing that's draped right there off your left. Yeah, that has moved significantly.
Do you have a
Like,
fan
it's
in
not
your
as
room,
bright
bro?
anymore.
He's asking.
like, I'm not fucking with you. Like, that sheet has moved.
Oh man! All right,
Continue
all right.
with your
Story time,
stories,
story time.
please.
Okay, like I said, my little brother can attest this one. I'm gonna have to send him this podcast. He's gonna die when he hears this one. So this is a house in fucking Blowing Rock, North Carolina, or very near Blowing Rock, North Carolina. It's a rental. I go out there with my dad, my stepmom, and my little brother, and we get snowed in before we can even get to the mountain. It's at the very top of a mountain, near, like I said, near Blowing Rock. And we can't even get up the mountain. It is so snowed in, so iced up, and this is western North Carolina. It's steep as shit. We don't have chains on the tires or something like that, so we get stuck at the bottom. Finally, a fucking tractor shows up. We throw all of our stuff in the bucket, like where he throws the ice and stuff like that to dump, and he takes us up the mountain. Get to staying in there. We're there for, I think, 3 to 5 days. I can't remember. But the first 2 nights, super cool. Third night, it's like a 3-story house, and me and my little brother standing at the bottom floor, and everybody else is at the second floor. And so they have this room that is full of kids' toys, like in the closet, kind of like all over, like a bunch of bunk beds and stuff like that. I think there's like 4 of us in this house at the time. I can't remember, but the house is made for like 17 people. And in the middle of the night, we hear from this closet in the room that we're not staying in, this a noise that sounds like K, like the letter K, keeps saying it, and we're like, what the fuck is that? Like, sounds like a little kid saying K. So we go to investigate, like smart little boys, I guess, and open up the door. We find what it is, and it is one of those old school early 2000s. You guys might remember. It's like a centipede, and each leg is a letter.
Oh,
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So the letter K, that foot, wasn't moving, but it kept making the freaking sound, like you're pressing the K foot, like K, K, K. And we're like, well, this is fucking spooky. So we pull the batteries out of it. Put it back, and close up the door. Go lay on the couch. We're watching TV, and about 30 minutes later, starts making the freaking sound again. Okay, keeps going. We're like, what the shit? We are not staying down here. Fuck that noise. So we go upstairs to the second floor, the room right next to my dad's and my stepmom's, And I am not fucking kidding you. We are snowed in on a mountain in North Carolina. And the room is clean and everything like that. No insects, no nothing like that when we get in bed. And like 30 minutes later, the whole room is covered in ladybugs. Ladybugs.
What the
Ladybugs. On a snowed in cabin on a mountain in North Carolina, middle of winter. This room is just like I said, when we walked in, no ladybugs. We get in bed, we're staying there for like 30 minutes. And it's fucking, we're like, what is crawling on us? And we turn on the light, shine ourselves. There's fucking ladybugs all over the place, all over the windows, the bed, everything. And I can't remember where we went after that, but that was one of the fucking freakiest Stephen King like fucking moments we've ever had.
All I'm learning is not to come and, visit for long periods of time with either one of you.
Right.
That's what I have gathered.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been kind of chill for a while. I mean, where I'm at, occasionally you hear a couple knocks here and there here, but I don't know if it's just the roommates I got or, well, right now I'm home alone, so.
It's them and Thumbelina and her 4 friends. That's the knocking you hearing.
I feel like I had a lot more of those experiences when I was younger. A lot less as I get older. I did have this not paranormal, could have been paranormal moment.
Hold on, before you do that, I just want to say I love my niece. But you remember the one time I crashed at your house, and like I've even like freaked the fuck out, texted you at like 11:30 at night because I was sleeping on the couch, and your daughter was standing in the living room, like sleepwalking.
Oh yeah, that.
Fuck that.
That'll give you nightmares.
Nah.
Like, little kid.
That I
sleepwalking?
love my niece.
Dude, I'm dead asleep. I'll wake up in the middle of fucking night, 3 o'clock in the morning, and my daughter is fucking 6 inches from me with her eyes rolled back in her head.
Fuck.
Just standing there, asleep, eyes rolled back. Just, you know how much...
Yep, I've texted him. I say, come get your daughter now.
You know how much effort it takes to not just knock a freaking child out in that moment?
Shit.
Because where she was standing, if I was contemplating Spartan kick, like to Spartan kick her out the window.
I have multiple times. Usually when they do that, they're like, don't. You know how some people are like, don't wake up a sleepwalking person. No, when my kids do that, they've stopped since. I don't know if it's because of what I was doing or whatnot, but when they would do that, again, they would sleepwalk to us, the parents, and just stand there next to us, and for God knows how long. I don't know. I just woke up, she's there, right? But I would wake up and it would freak me out for that split second, and I would grab her by her shirt and grab her,
Jolt
forcefully grab her, Grace, wake up.
Right.
What are you doing? And she's she'd say
And
something.
they both did this?
Oh, dude, and they would say the most off the wall shit. They're not awake, so whatever they're saying has to do with probably whatever they're dreaming or something like that. Be the most off the wall shit. It asked me for something that, or they would think I'm their teacher or something like that, and ask me for a pencil or a piece of paper at 3 o'clock in the morning.
They're fucking giving you the Joker line.
Oh yeah.
You want to see a magic trick? Why so serious?
You want to know how I got these scars? I scared the shit out of my uncle. He kicked me out a window.
Yeah.
No joke. I was crashing on the couch, and Gracie, his oldest, she just walked out and just grudge hair over her face, and I'm
Fuck you.
I'm not fucking kidding.
Full blown, bro.
I hurried up, grabbed my phone. I said, "Come get your child now." And he's like, "Why?" I was like, "She's staring at me, and I want to kick her." And he comes out. He's like, "Oh, that's fine. She does this all the time." I'm like, "That's not fine. That's fucked."
Yeah, I just snatched her up, lay her on the
Whatever
couch.
that is not fine.
Yeah. He's like, "It's fine. She does this from time to time." I'm like, "Nope. Fuck that."
Thank goodness they've gotten a
You're
lot
like,
better
she could
about
do
it.
this shit to you, not to me.
Yeah.
And there's something creepier about little girls doing it than little boys. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because of that movie The Grudge or something like that, or
Probably the
what it is, but it just
cinema
feels fucking weirder, scarier,
No,
whatever.
I've
Next thing you
watched.
know is for her to be fucking like sleepwalking, but like on all fours chasing your ass.
Oh,
You
I
know,
got a
she
story
does
about that.
She does that freaking crab walk thing when she's awake too.
Oh, yeah.
No thanks.
No, fucking. Now I've watched a lot of scary movies. Again,
Wait. Sorry, I gotta add one more thing. Something they
There you
still
go.
do all the time is like we'll have all the lights off and everything like that. And so like I'll be, you're laying in bed and before you go to bed, just like you're not supposed to, just like staring at your phone, right?
Sure.
And it's all dark around you and you're looking at your phone, so you can't see anything else but your phone because it's
Yeah.
gonna like blast your vision, My kids will run into my room at ungodly hours when it's pitch black, and it's like the I don't know how to describe it, like that sound of somebody running towards you really quickly, and you get like 2 seconds to
that?
realize like that approaching fucking sound.
Fuck that.
Oh, they do that to me all the time, and it freaks me the fuck out. Oh, it's so bad.
Bruh,
Dude, whenever they
That's
stay
the
at
worst.
my,
The sound of them running up on you in the middle of the night.
I
whenever they
don't
stay
care,
at
but I'm
my
punching
house,
a kid.
Yeah. Whenever they stay at my house, like I normally keep my door shut, locked whenever I'm, home alone or whatever. But whenever they're here, I keep my door wide open. That is the worst night of sleep I ever get because I never sleep with my door open.
Oh, I can't.
He
sleep
is
with the
not
door open.
joking. He is not joking because they are silent little creatures.
Mm-hmm.
And next, like the one time, they like sleeping on the couch. They love my couch. They love sleeping out there. They have my dog. It's safe, and my dog, just chills out there with them. One time, I don't know what happened. I think one of the roommates left to go to work and woke them up. They ended up in my bed, and I woke up because I felt, unnecessary movement. I shit you not, I elbowed his middle child in the head because I didn't know what the hell was going on, and I felt like hair, and I went whack, and Mia's like, ah! She's like, Uncle AJ, it's me, and I'm like, I'm so sorry.
You gotta be lower than the elbow.
Yeah, watch.
I'm like, grab your blankets and sleep on the floor or something. Just like, don't do that in Uncle AJ's bed because this is
This is my safe place. This is my safe place.
This is where you start catching elbows.
Yeah. I'll say the second worst is like you said, like when you're in your bed looking at your phone, fucking visions blast out light, and when they are like dead silent and they sneak up on you and you're looking at your phone and then you kind of see like something bright will come on your screen, like you're watching a video, so you get like a bright moment on your screen and you see that face right next to you out of the blue, silent. It just shows up. You're like, whoa.
Some insidious type shit.
Oh, dude. Yeah. These kids will fuck with your head, man. I swear.
Oh yeah.
My kids are just like that. Our bed is pretty tall. Like, I think our bed literally is 3.5 feet off the ground. We have a bunch of storage under our bed. You gotta jump into it, right? So I'm laying there one night, and there's a nightlight in there because of the way our hallway's set up so the kids can see to go to the bathroom, and I just see this shadow. And I'm like, what the fuck was that? Doing the same thing. I'm scrolling through my phone like, what the fuck? And then it comes back. I'm like, okay. And I'm like,
Dado's over there with his crucifix.
well, I'm like,
no.
I'm like poking Mrs. Dado.
I'm
I'm
gonna
like,
pull some fucking phasmophobia
Sacrifice,
shit.
sacrifice Mrs. Dado. Hey, go look at that.
and then it gets even worse. The crab crawl motherfucking thing. That my one son crab crawls because they were sneaking snacks out of the fucking kitchen. That's what they were doing. So he was crab crawling to try to not see because my bed's so high. And I'm like, so I get up and I go in and they're just sitting there like, what the fuck you doing? And it scared the shit
Dado
out
was
of me.
more scared than
Yeah, and they're like,
fucking they
I
wasn't
got
being cat.
Hershey's. And it's my favorite is like you were talking, Merc, about like scrolling scares the shit out of you, right? You're scrolling and like I'm watching TikToks or something now, I'm giggling and my daughter's next to me and her eyes just barely make it above my bed. And she's like, I'm like, what the fuck? Where the hell did you come from? I was in my room It's where you should be. Like, fuck are you doing here?
Stay the fuck over there. What are you doing?
She goes, can we watch that again? I'm like, no. It's not
You
funny
need to
anymore.
go to
It's
bed.
traumatizing. Fuck, man. I love them, but they're scary as shit. That they are.
Oh yeah.
All right, you want the cryptid
Which
story
is
now?
why you should play Phasmophobia.
Yeah. Let me get right on that.
I do kind of want to play that though. I
It
don't
should
play
be
a lot of
coming out
horror
to
games.
console here soon.
I hope it does. I don't play a lot of horror games.
It's going
but
to
I
on the
kinda want
29th.
29th?
29th.
Yeah.
Is it like
29th.
cross?
This is perfect
Is it-
timing.
it's not
I will be in
multiplayer.
Oh,
Mexico.
The
Damn.
boys, you're gonna pre-install it.
Yeah,
you
you're
go.
gonna pre-install.
What's gonna happen is the boys are gonna get together and play this fucking game.
So is it 4
Live
player?
on the podcast.
Is it 4 player?
Yeah.
Oh shit, Dado.
I'm gonna start
Y'all
studying
gonna
Yeah,
know
I
what the
can hear
studio
it
looks
sound.
like because all the lights are gonna be on. Every single fucking one of them.
I'm down for
I mean,
it.
that sheet keeps on getting moved.
Anywho, thank you all for coming in. and
No.
listening to- It's been a great episode.
We still got a couple more minutes here.
Motherfucker.
So,
Speed backpedaling.
yeah, you're gonna play Phasmophobia with us. He's gonna stream it on Twitch and Kick
Yeah, at the same
Yeah.
time.
At the same
same
time.
time.
Multi-streaming because we're fucking fancy. Even though I tried to stream editing the podcast, I lost all of my scenes, FML. So fucking
You lost
cool.
all of them?
All of them.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I'm pissed.
I would.
Yeah, I'm not
So,
happy.
yeah, you want another scary story, or you want to move on from that?
I got a cryptid story, not a ghost story.
Send it.
Send it. It's all right. It's not something I got to see, but something I got to hear. And this is one I can't remember if Flinty was there for or not. I know my wife was there. I was walking back from my mother-in-law's camper on my property, and we got a light. I got a really bright light, and I hit the woods to my right, just kind of scanning about, making sure nothing's sneaking up on me or anything like that. And as soon as my light hits the woods to my right, we hear like a giant crashing through the woods, like something not small. Like, we don't have a whole lot of big animals around here, but it was something real big was crashing through at that very moment. And I would shine the light through, and it would kind of like crash away from where the light was shining, and it would stop, and then we were hearing this like the only way we can really describe it was like a chirp sound, but it was way louder than a chirp, not like a bird chirping, although kind of like a similar sound, but it was a lot louder and it was a lot deeper. Like, it was a chirp, like it was like you could feel it in your chest almost. Definitely not something small. That would make
Have you
it
ever
sound.
heard of like a horned owl, like screech?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Amplify that, because I remember them texting me saying come outside.
Oh, dude.
And this is when I was staying at the camper.
It-
Now, I remember meeting them on their porch, and next you know, it crashed through the woods, and I'm like, oh, you guys aren't bullshitting.
No. So like every time I moved the light, it would crash through the woods away from the light. I was shining the light through, and it was scaring whatever it was. It didn't want to be in the light. It was trying to crash into the darkness. And then, like I said, every time it would fucking stop, and it would hit us with this big ass chirp sound. What it felt like was a scene from Jurassic Park, where you're just standing at this wood line, you're staring into the woods, you can't see in because the woods are so thick here, and there's like 12 raptors on the other side of these bushes and trees and stuff like that, just ready to pounce on you. That was probably the most scared I've ever been. I didn't even see anything. It was all sound, but it was like
Yeah, it
pitch
went on
black
for
outside.
like, what, 45 minutes or so?
I don't think it was that
We
long.
were out there for a while.
It was like, yeah, it was like really bad at first, and then by the time I think we got you out there, it was like it wasn't quite as like
Active.
right on the wood line. It like backed up some.
Yeah.
But I still to this day don't know what it is. The closest thing we can find, I found one video on the internet of, because the sound that it made disturbed me for a long time. I really wanted to know what it was, and I looked on the internet a bunch before I found the closest thing I could find, and maybe I could I'll throw it up in Discord one day for you guys to hear. It was a mountain lion in, I think, Nevada or something, somewhere out west. So, I mean, it got a video in the darkness of a mountain lion and some cubs, and it was making a really similar sound. But mind you, there's no mountain lions where I'm at. There's not supposed to be, at least. So, but again, they said there's no Panthers here, but we also named our football team the Panthers, so you can take that as you will. So my best guess is that we had a stray large cat, like a mountain lion type cat in our woods, like 50 feet from me and my wife, and we scared the shit out of it, and it scared the shit out of us. That's my crypto story.
I was hunting in PA and ran into a mountain lion. I'm assuming, I don't think there's bobcats in PA. I don't know. Whatever it was a big fucking cat.
Yeah.
And I was walking along these train tracks with my dog and come across the woods to get to the pond that we were hunting, and my dog just stopped dead in his tracks. Scared the shit out of me, because that dog was fearless. That dog didn't give a shit. He would go through anything, chase anything. He didn't care. But he stopped dead in his track and just stared at this tree. And I tend to buy some of the brightest headlamps that you can find. And so I turned the spotlight function on this headlamp, and I turned it up in the tree, and all you see is just these fucking eyes and this silhouette of this cat. Like, massive cat in the tree. And I'm like, all right, we're going to throw some shells in the gun real fast, because this could get real fucking nasty real quick. Like,
Hold on. Do you remember whenever I was with you and we were walking down with our homie from Pennsylvania over towards Johnstown, going down the train tracks?
is this the same story? Were you
Where
there
literally,
that time?
yeah, me, you, and
The bomb tech?
yeah, the EOD guy. Yeah.
Okay, you were there. Remember when Diesel stopped dead in his tracks and just stared? I was like, fuck this.
Because like he just turns around non-casually, like, you know, military member. He's just like he didn't give a shit. He already kind of like blew himself up once, or he got blown up once, or whatever happened. I don't know. I think he was missing a leg, right, or a chunk out of his leg.
Yeah, definitely missing a chunk. Yep.
Yeah, he was missing a chunk out of his leg, so he wasn't scared. He was just like, yeah, there could be bears and mountain lions over here. Just casually walking down, and I'm like, me and him both looked at each other, just.
Yep. Loaded that shotgun up. It might have been a little bit before shooting time, but I don't give a fuck.
Trying to get Diesel away from that.
Oh, God. Stubborn asshole.
Dude, you picked him up like a briefcase and just because he had his vest on. Yeah. I remember that because I was
like,
sitting
we're
there
not
thinking
doing
about
this.
that. And I was like, okay. And then it was like a good 20-minute hike back to the little hunting spot. And I think I pulled like rear security, if like anybody knows, like, some terminology. I pulled rear security because like we felt this thing like crashing through the woods and like following us for a good minute.
Yeah, until we
that,
crossed
man.
through the wetlands, and I don't think it wanted to go through there.
Feel
And
like
that's
swimming.
Yeah, I was like, fuck this.
Yeah, that was actually pretty hairy. That I will admit, that was pretty scary. Like, I love scary movies. Like, I love like the paranormal stuff. Like, my TikTok right now is full of nothing but like skinwalkers and the
Keep that
Appalachian
shit on
people.
your side.
Yeah, send me
Keep
some of that shit.
on your side.
Yeah,
I'm here for
Like
it.
right now, it's like, don't let them in. Like, there's a certain way like you have your blinds. I hate to say it because where I grew up, it was the Appalachian Mountains and shit in Pennsylvania. No, not the Appalachian. Well, yeah, whatever.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm kind of retarded, so I still, every blind in my house is facing upward, not like the normal way you keep blinds.
Dude, I feel like some of that shit's here too. I know, like in Appalachia, I've been a lot, and I know that feeling sometimes when you're out there in those fucking mountains is something else. But like, I swear, some of that shit's chased down here.
Oh yeah, it's very weird because like growing up in the mountains, you used to live in them. There, Mikey, you kind of know the feeling. We've went duck hunting and we've had to walk them woods at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, plenty of times.
It's not my
Stay
favorite.
strapped. Stay strapped. I mean, like I was kind of calm with it, but like to this day, I'm a 30-year-old male. I still keep my strap with me every time I let my dog out. Like tonight, whenever I let her out, I am going to be strapped at my front door.
That's why I live in the city. I mean,
I can't do it. I don't care. The fucking creepy crawlers could come out of the woods. Guess what? I have a lot of ammo.
I know my neighbors, and I know which ones are creepy, which ones are crawly, which ones are like. I know it. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so we were. I was on shift, right? We were coming back from a call, and we pass an old abandoned church. Okay, the one down south where I used to live, south of the county, Brian. The one.
The abandoned
40s
ones south of you in the county.
Yeah, he should know because it's like going to the other state. The one on the left, if you're going down to the other state.
Yeah.
You know which one I'm talking about. Yep.
Spooky
So,
old church.
yeah, we had a call not too far from that, and like weird red lights were coming from it. Okay, you know, we're firefighters. We were investigating. Red means bad. That could be a fire inside. So we pull over. We turn our emergency lights on. We call it into county, like, hey, we're out investigating. And the lieutenant that I was with at the time, I love him to death. Fucking great dude. Crazy motherfucker. I love him to death. So, he gets out. We walk around, like, there's just one, like, there's no parking. Like, there's enough parking so our apparatuses, like our fire truck and ambulance, could park off to the side. But, like, no actual parking for normal cars. There's nobody's here. We walk through the black iron gate and everything like that, and we walk up. No, it was just like a man opening. That's it. It didn't even have, like, the gate. We walked through that, and the red lights went off as soon as we went up, and he knocked, fire department, nothing. Fire department, still nothing. Door opened, red lights came back on. He turned around and said, everybody load up, we're clear, we're not going in.
Get the
Because as we were leaving, we all turned around and looked back at the building. The red lights were on, and no joke, probably 11, 12 hooded people were standing in the window. Nope, hell no. We got in the truck. We said, Central, we are clear, available, nothing found, goodbye.
Absolutely not.
Waited to that meeting. We are good. They were not welcoming. They did not offer us muffins or tea.
They were not friendly to fire department. We were
And
not
we are
friends.
leaving.
Yeah. It's like the sacrifice. It was like, no.
You know what is
The
funny?
county needs us. Don't you understand? We keep the county safe.
Yeah.
You know what is funny getting people though is at night, like out like in rural areas where it's just really really dark at night, and mind starts playing tricks on you and stuff like that, and you can get somebody with the trail cams, the night vision trail cams. You know how they kind of flash that red that it's like a not ivy infrared flash they do so they can see at night, and but to our vision it's red. But you'll see that out in from however far away, you see those red lights blink, and it's usually two of them, and they look like eyes. So if you know what it is, you're like, oh, it's not trail cam, whatever. It pop up on your phone or something like that. But somebody who doesn't know, that's always fun to play with them.
Nah, I'm good. I'm good with all that, actually.
With all that. Yeah.
I have a hard enough adventure to make it to bed tonight. Y'all can live out with Swamp Man and evil pigs trying to take over Chicken's world, whatever the fuck else is happening down there. Y'all can
Your
keep that.
chupacabras and shit.
Right.
Dude.
Fucking hooded meetings and
I swear I seek it out. I don't know what it is. Like I've taken some I don't know how to say it some sewer slide attempts in the Smoky Mountain National Park hiking. Like I'm talking like 20 15 to 20 miles in the dark kind of thing up in Smoky Mountain National Park, and that's a freaking experience, man. Like when it's dead silent, there's nobody around you. There cannot be anybody around you, but you would swear to God Himself you can hear voices. Shit around you.
Fuck
It is
that,
dead
bro.
nuts winter. It is like the last time I was there was it was dead nuts winter, and we got a surprise snowstorm while we're up. Like we were 6,050 feet up. We're just above the 6,000 foot mark on top of a mountain on one of the higher peaks. Camping probably where we shouldn't be, but we couldn't really make it to the official site, so we're like, we'll camp down here, it'll be fine. And we're expecting 20 degrees at the lowest, like 21, 22. I think we were projected like 27 actually, but maybe we're higher up. Maybe we'll see 5 to 10 degrees lower, and that'll be fine. Our sleeping bags are meant for 32. Throw on my jacket and an extra pair of socks, and I can deal with all the way down to like 15, 10 degrees, even with wind.
sure.
And but it turns out what we get that night is we the only way we could see it is we actually put it up on the Garmin. We're gonna get -8 degrees projected, 2,000 feet below us. So we're another 2,000 feet up, and so if it's -8 down there, it's negative whatever up by us. So
Sure.
So we're like, I wake Nick up, the guy who's with me, and I'm like, hey, bro, we gotta go. There's no way we can sleep in this. If we sit in this, we die. There's no one up here. There's no one within 8 miles of us. Or we think there's no one within 8 miles of us. Turns out it's way more than that by the time we get down the mountain. So I'm like, we gotta pack up the tents. We gotta leave now. We're gonna get up. We're gonna put our bags on. We're just gonna start walking. Can't freeze to death if you're walking. You know what I mean? And that's just really what it is on top of the mountain. Like you sit down in that kind of stuff, it's not great, but if you're walking, can't freeze to death. So like it's fucking 4 hours out tops, so we're just gonna, it's like 11 o'clock, something like that at night, pitch black. We're going on headlamps. We got spikes on our boots. We're walking on ice the whole time, but the whole time too, so it's dropping out from about 30 degrees and the temperature's crashing out to negatives, and it's 100% humidity up on the mountain. So these ice crystals are growing everywhere. So not only do you have like the we call them auditory hallucinations, like when you walk like 15 miles and
Sure.
and you're getting into these lower oxygen levels up there of 6,000 feet, which isn't that bad, but still. When you're exhausted, you get these auditory hallucinations, like we swear we can hear voices and stuff like that, and we're cresting around these ridges, kind of crossing over from one side to the other, down the trails and everything, and these ice crystals are growing everywhere, like in front of you, and your headlamp will hit it, and you'll swear you'll see headlights where there is no roads, and it was the craziest experience, and
It's insane.
yeah, that was something else, and I wish I could take more people to go do that, but also at the same time, it's not exactly most fun thing to do.
I'm Gucci. Thanks for the invite, though.
That is like, I'll tell you who's not gonna go.
Right. What I've learned from this episode is do not go and stay long term and visit Flinty or Merc. Gabs hasn't said much, which tells me he's the safe bet to go visit.
Well, I mean, I hate to say it, but the Hispanics are like very spiritual people. Like, I mean, I'm not even trying to be bad or anyway, or if anybody's got a cruel sense of humor, but like, you got some bad juju following you. Have a Hispanic friend.
I mean, it hasn't happened to me yet, so
Coming to see Gabs. Got it.
He's like,
that's debunked your fucking theory.
he's like, my grandma. I don't know how to say grandma in Spanish,
Abuela.
but what is it?
Abuela.
Oh, I'm gonna butcher the hell out of that.
Correct,
Grandma.
Gabs? I'm not wrong, right? Correct?
That's right.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, see? Good. I had to confirm. Had to phone a friend to make sure I didn't sound like a complete fucking jackass.
But he's probably sitting there like, she set the family up well. Like, no bad juju.
I have
She's
no
in the
stories.
afterlife with that chocolate, just beating the shit out of anything that thinks about haunting them.
Just
You just feel like a little wind go across your face. It's just like, it's the chocolate.
It was like, good thing I
Stabbing
moved
your
when I
ass.
did.
It's just grandma up there beating demon's ass.
But this has been interesting. My heart is racing through its fucking. I don't know. I'm freaking out.
I've looked behind me like 4 times every time that TV changes.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I don't want to stop the podcast because then I have to go somewhere, and that is not ideal. So I'm going to go piss myself. I appreciate everybody coming and hanging out with us. Like Flinty said, if you have a ghost story, drop it in the comments. A scary story, drop it in the comments. If you want to become a guest on Between the Mics podcast, check the link out in the description. Become a guest form at the top of the website. We'd love to have you on. Gang, I appreciate you stopping by. Make sure that you go and check out the Between the Mics podcast hats. The holidays are coming. Your loved one might want to look cool and stylish with the Between the Mics hats. They are made with love from Bad and Brimmed out of Cleveland. Tipsy, we love you. If you're listening, thank you for all that you do. And make sure that you grab these limited time patch hats. Fellas, thank you for ruining my evening tonight.
You're welcome. Have fun running up the stairs.
It was
welcome, bud.
great. I love you guys so much. And we will catch you on the next one. See ya.
See ya.
see ya.